Hey guys, how you guys doing today? I'm having a good day. Today I started off August pretty well. I'm gonna go over yesterday's trades as well. August is also my birthday month, August 17th. Looking forward to it. I think I'll do something special this year, but I haven't figured out what. But we're gonna hop right into it. So the first trade I took yesterday was YMAT. So YMAT, it pops up on the scanner. I see this, volume pop dips down. I didn't think much of it, but I was watching it. One thing I didn't see that it is a Chinese stock, so that was my one flaw in trading this. If I wanted to stay away from it, I really didn't know why it popped up. They, let's see. I don't think it had anything special. Yeah, it just popped up because of the volume. No special news. Nonetheless, I was waiting for a break around this area. So I took my first trade as soon as it popped up here, and then I got out for 660. So I got out pretty cheap. So I got out here, I got in here, and I got out a little bit really early. I mean, it was first trade of the day. I just want my base hit. It was last day of July. I didn't want to start off the day red, and I could have held longer, but honestly, I felt okay with $60. I want to start setting a daily goal for the for the coming month for June, August for this month. So I want to at least hit a target goal and make sure I can hit that every single day consistently. So I feel like that's one of the things I've been lacking. I need a direction. So that was my first trade. No news. I did check on the 200 moving average. I believe this one is a recent IPO. So hey, this could have gone parabolic, could have gone somewhere, but it didn't. It went high like $8 I think earlier in the day or later on. Yeah, but I didn't hold. I took my base hit and ran, and sometimes that's okay. The next trade I took was SNGX. Yeah. Wait, Hold on. Let me see here. Trader view. All right. There we go. Sorry, my mouse like died. This is YMAT SNGX. So SNGX comes up on the scanner with some good news. So we'll check stock quote. So they had some breaking news. Let's see, yesterday, July 31st. They received some efficacy in their phase 2 study. So I've traded this stock before and I've had some good profits on it. So I was like, okay, let's get in. And I think my problem was this: I got in too high, and I got in right around here. So we'll look at my trades. So I got in 167, and I stopped out. 10 cent stop loss. As soon as it flushed down here, that's when I began to exit my position. I thought it was gonna start squeezing up higher, but it didn't. So it pops up on the scanner, and I take my first trades around here, thinking it would go higher after this initial pullback, but it didn't. It pulled back for a bit, for about maybe 2 minutes, and then that's when it really started to get going. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, I just lost $30. I had 60 on the day, I lost 30 something, I think 29, and put me on $31 for that same day. And I was like, okay, you know what, $31, that's still a base hit. I'm not gonna complain. I definitely should have been more careful with placing my entry. I know I've been saying that, where I need to let this pull back a little bit to retest for a breakout above the VWAP. I think I've had best success, and I think with my trade today, I demonstrated that. So we'll forget tomorrow or yesterday. We're going to BTAI. So BTAI was one of the first stock I traded on the scans today, or on my broker. So short float, 5 million. They had some pretty good news. Um, Same thing with one of their phases in the study. Good news. Always can be exciting. Sometimes it can be parabolic, depending on what it is. Okay, so I see this pop up. I didn't take my trade. So we're gonna look right here. BTAI. I took my first trade at 152. I waited 2 minutes. Those 2 minutes paid off. How did it pay off? Well, it pops up at 4 a.m. I could have just been jumpy, jumped the gun, maybe get in here, maybe for a small win, maybe. Or I could have been filled up at 180 if I just jumped in. But I gave myself time. I was like, okay, let this pull back. I need more volume to enter this. I need to see if this is going to squeeze a bit higher. As it comes down, right around here, I'm waiting to retest this candle right here, or the VWAP. That's where I took my first trade. Not this candle, sorry, I meant the VWAP. I took it around 4:02 in the morning, so this is around this area, and I added about, let's see, how much did I add? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. Wait, 1, 2, 600 shares. I felt pretty confident. I was not going to lose this trade. I got in 600 shares and it kept squeezing up, and I did leave some profit off the table. As you can see, I began selling already at 162, like pretty early, at 10 cents, not 20-cent target. I wasn't sure how well this would hold since this topping tail was, pretty much in the way, and it held through until it broke through 20 minutes later for a high of 2. But I took my profit around here, 160, 153, or the 160s, yeah, 162. That's where I ended up taking my profit. I honestly just wanted to get a basic. I start off the month. I don't need anything crazy. Small cushions. I need that to build my confidence. And yeah, I could have let it ride out maybe for another minute or two, but I just wasn't confident with holding for longer. That's one of the things I do struggle with, is holding my winners longer. There are times where I should be holding for a little bit longer, but it's also a risk thing, I want to just get basics. I'm not looking for anything crazy. So I thought this was a pretty good trade. I waited, I was patient, and it paid off. So I was really proud of myself. I was up, I believe, 50 on the day with that. And I'll see here. Yep, $50. Okay, good. Next trade, TNON. I think this one is where I left most profit, but this one was a little bit trickier for me to trade. So why did I choose TNON? So they acquire some assets, so it helps out with their portfolio, apparently. And it's an asset acquisition. So typically, sometimes acquisitions could be really bullish. And most of the time they are. I mean, it squeezed up higher than it did, but this was a slow mover. So I'll go here. I was a little bit, I think I rushed a little bit too much. So we'll go here. So 5:30 in the morning, I saw this pop up. It pulls up. I didn't really rush too much. I didn't buy at the top like some fool like I was doing before. My entry price was on 126. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, another 600 shares, and this was around this area. And I ended up selling a little bit too soon. So you can see right here, look at the shares I'm selling at. It's honestly not even 10 cents at this point. My average, I think, was around 117, 118. I began selling around this area pretty quickly. I wasn't sure if this was going to hold. I was not confident that this would hold higher, but it did. So please help me out. I know sometimes I'm trying to look at the level 2 data. I'm trying to make sense of, okay, if I'm seeing a lot of green on the tape, if I'm seeing more bid than there is on the ask, then that's assuming the price will go up because more people placing in orders. But sometimes I can't, I don't know. I just have troubles trusting that, because then I feel like I might end up getting flushed. I think that's the fear that I have, is like, okay, I'm looking at that, but then I don't know. I think it's a little fear of mine that I'm trying to work on holding out my winners. Or instead of, what Ross does normally, he'll take an initial position, he'll add on a pullback, it'll go up again, he'll sell, he'll add again, and then sell. This didn't really have any big moves. I think what I could have done is, take half of what I did. I took pretty much a start of 600 shares. It was a $1 stock. I was pretty confident. I'm okay with that, but maybe I should take half, let this go up, sell, buy on this dip, and sell higher. And maybe that would have worked out better. That's a strategy that I haven't done. Maybe I can test it out, but definitely with small size. So yeah, that put me up $21 on the day. I did bail out pretty early. I was like, I don't want to go any red. If I'm holding, I'm going to be mad. So that's where I stand for today. When I was looking at the stock, I was like, okay, I've traded it before as well, and the 200 moving average was 221. So look where it made today. It made a high of 248 and then rejected and closed at 146. So this is still the roof. There's still some resistance at these tops right here. So maybe if it wasn't for this move right here back in May, this could have gone higher. But this definitely creates some resistance on the way up. So now we're gonna look on the calendar of the month. Where did I end up on July? July was pretty good. I did better than May and April. I was a bit short from June. June was my best month. So I came out profit 223, and this really would have been another record-breaking month hadn't been for this week, first week, and this last week. I really fumbled. It. I'm a little bit disappointed because I wanted to avoid these big red days, but that's what happens. And hey, Ross got a red day today, but he's gonna be back. And today we're up $71.94 on the month. We'll see my P&L right here. That way, I'm showing that this is my brokerage account that I'm trading on cash. I have a cash balance. I don't have a margin. I want to work up to a margin, but right now I have to stick with cash until I can obviously build up to 25,000. I don't have 25,000, guys. Like, come on. I am broke, but I'm trying to get my way up to there. So cool. Comment if you had any issues with the way I traded. Maybe if there's something else I could explain in more detail. And if there's a way I can show you guys what's going on with the level 2 and what I'm seeing. I want to find a way to screen record, but I don't want it to slow down my systems. Right now I have an HP laptop. I think Lenovo is what Ross recommends, but I don't know how it hold up with my systems. It's okay. I don't know the specs off the top of my head, but I'll eventually upgrade, and I think it'll be good once I do upgrade, and I should be able to run more systems, especially when I get another monitor. I hate flipping between these like screens. It's just easier when I can show you guys multiple screens. At least, well, I mean, for you guys, it's just seeing one screen, but on me, I'm clicking through a whole bunch of other screens, and it's kind of annoying. But yeah, that's where I set up on the month. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I am gonna go over my my metrics for July, and I'm going to pinpoint what is going to be my daily goal going into August. That way I know, okay, I want to hit this goal. If I hit this goal, I'm going to be good, and I'm on track for increasing my profits. And hopefully each month, that daily goal will be increasing. I want to say it's going to be around 50 something dollars, if I had to guess, but it could be lower, it could be higher. We'll see. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care and have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend and get some rest. I'm going to get some rest. All right, take care.